Hey guys, Chris here back from CNH and you got another quick video for you guys. We had a machine in here this past week and the customer was complaining their right rear axle on the right side was grinding and stuff like that, so we had to check it out over here for that. This guy had the Honda HRX217. This is the 4-in-1 system on here, so you can basically mulch, bag, and all that stuff like that on here for that. So this is the one that has the plastic, I think it's called Xenoloid deck on here. It also has the GCV 190 overhead cam engine with the auto choke system on here. So you have the basic easy start on this one right here specifically. So there's the engine on there, GCV 190. And it's called the easy start system on it, as they have the name. And these easy start systems seem to be working pretty good on these machines. The only time I ever really see any kind of problems with them is the if somebody leaves them outside and they get a little water or some kind of rust on inside the actual we'll call the actual control assembly here, because you have a it's almost like a butterfly valve over there. It opens and closes as it gets hot and cold over there. Plus you have a small obelisk that butts up against the actual cylinder block on it, heats up and pushes on that one specific element right here for that. And the reason he brought the machine over was because the thing was grinding on the actual gearing on here. And you can see right here, we got some of the parts that we actually took off the machine here. So put these stuff aside here. We also rebuilt the whole side of it as well too. The gearing on here, he's starting to get this dust. I'm going to call it dust, and I call it dust because the thing was grinding on here, the actual wheel. And it was basically grinding on this piece right here. And this gearing did not want to mesh properly on here as well too. So you can see the actual wearing, it's already starting on there for that. The other thing was the actual bearings they had on this thing were totally destroyed on here. Your rear height adjustment unit right here, you have a I'm going to call here, I'm just going to give a better shot here for that. You have your height adjustment mechanism right here. Well, basically this connects onto it right here, and as you see right here, this thing has a oblong shape on here. You can see this big wear pattern right here. See how it's not totally circular? This thing was totally worn on here, and you have these bushings down inside here. You have plastic bushing. This is a piece of it right here, and that's bushings. You have actually two bushings down inside. You have one on one side, and you have one on the back side on here as well too. And as you see right here, this thing has a big lip on here, and it's totally destroyed and disintegrated. And on each end of the bushing, you have a retainer on here. You have a small retaining cap that actually fits on top right here, and that cap fits on the one side right here as it is, and it also fits on the other side right here as well too. So those things were totally destroyed and disintegrated, and this other piece right here was totally gone as well too. So after we did that, we replaced the wheels on here, we replaced the bushings, we replaced the axle assembly bracket right here for your height adjustment on here as well too, and your gearing as well, because you have to replace all these things as one unit anytime you do any kind of repairs for repairing the actual drive shaft there for that. His drive shaft was relatively okay on the one side, so it didn't really need any kind of replacement of the transmission on her for that. So here's what it looks like. Got a brand new gear or a brand new wheel on here, so that's what it looks like, brand new, genuine OEM Honda part. No problem with it whatsoever. So now it feels perfectly smooth on here when you move it forward. It should be clicking just like that. We also put, I almost forgot, we almost put a new spring and also the half crescent moon for the actual keyway on the actual drive shaft on there as well too. So you have a nice clicking sign, and it's rolling nice and smooth on here for that as well too. So you should hear that nice clicking sign when the machine is working in optimal condition, and it should be relatively easy to push forward and backward as well too. So that's what it should sound like. And you can also see the bracket we did install on here. There's a new bracket assembly right here for that, so it's good to go. This control arm that height, it basically connects onto your height adjustment arm right here as well too. This thing goes on first, and you put this thing down inside the little tongs, or they call them little tongs down inside there. Then this basically holds the axle support over there for that, and everything's basically put back together after that. So we'll go ahead and fire this thing up here. Okay, we'll put it in third or fourth gear here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll put it right by 5 on her. Try that. and it should be driving perfectly fine as it should be. So it drives great. Drive is working perfectly fine now. Give me another side shot over here and do that. Hold on here. Here we go. Working great. Wheels are working fine. There's no knocking or no any kind of grinding sound on there whatsoever now. So it's working great. And it's ready to go back to the customer right here for that. We'll put on first right here. That's about as slow as you can go right here for the height or the actual speed. So you can go ahead and push it forward just a teeny bit. It's barely creeping now on slow speed. And we'll crank it up to about 4 on there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll put on 5 instead. Here's high speed. That's about 60%. So it's working great, ready to go back to the customer now. And that's a good old Honda with the, I believe it's called the Xenoloid deck on this one right here. The only thing I don't really like about that is the problem is you have a plastic deck on these things out there, and unfortunately if you hit some kind of rock or something out there, there's a high possibility that it can go through the deck on here and basically destroy your deck on here. So that's one of the actual downsides. Plus they also have to reinforce the deck considerably because the material is plastic on there as opposed to just a plain stamped steel deck out there for that. So me personally, I'd recommend just getting a plain steel deck because it's actually more durable right there for that one specific fact, because steel is stronger than plastic out there, and that's what I personally recommend if you're in the market for getting a machine. However, if you want something light, these things are lighter than the steel ones out there for that, so you have a weight saving I'm going to call feature right here for that. However, I would rather have reliability and safety over actual weight right here for that. So if anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot about this machine here, this was the Honda HRX217 with the Versamo 4-in-1 system. Has the Honda GCV 190 overhead cam engine on here as well too. And we'll also give you a shot of the actual handle up here as well. This one has the more commercial duty controls. You got your stop, fast, anything else like that for your speed, for your hydrostatic transmission. Plus you also have your belay control up here as well too. And you also have your engine, or I should say the model number of the machine here as well too. So let me just make a note of that right now. Here we go. Let me zoom in here so you can get a better shot. Come on back, there we go. Sorry about that. HRX217 3HYA MAGA20 for your specifications. So that's everything about this one machine here. Anybody has any comments, as usual, just feel free to leave me a message, and we'll try to get back to you within a short amount of time. You have some kind of a basic question about this one specific machine. I'll see you guys. Have a nice day.